Okay, let's move. So we're standing up. Okay, feet hip width apart. Go a little wider than you might think is hip width. Well, actually women tend to need to go a bit wider, men need to come a little bit in. Feet facing forward, and then lift your toes up. And so the balls of your feet are down, all your toes are off the floor. Spread them out. So push energy through the end of each toe, the same as you do with your fingers to spread them. And try and get them spread as you can in the air. And then bring your feet down, and we're trying to get them to land on the floor with your toes spread out. Your toes should be wider than the balls of your feet. Your feet should go out almost in a triangle. And then let's take your hands to the back of your head. You can interlace your fingers just to hold them there. And we're going to push your chin in and back where your hands are, back behind you. So let your head relax forward, then tuck your chin in and push the back of your head backwards. Let's do that one more time. So it's a tuck in, so you lengthen the back of your neck and then push your head back. So you're trying to get your head back over your shoulders. And then drop your shoulders down away from your ears. And we're going to side bend one way, pressing your elbows back behind you, not your head anymore, but opening your elbows out so you feel a stretch in your pecs. And then let's side bend the other way. And we'll go one more over to each side, elbows pushing right back, side bend. Go as far as you can, trying to keep your elbows in line with your shoulders, with your hips, with your feet. Take a big breath here, feel the stretch as you breathe in, and then go over to the other side. And when you think you've gone as far as you can go a little bit further. And then take a big breath there. And then let's come up. So very good pec stretch. Okay, let's step back with your left foot. So your right foot is forward. And you're just taking a little stride length. And your feet need to be parallel. So heel toe, heel toe. Your left heel may need to turn out a bit. Feet need to be flat down on the floor and your legs are straight. Turn your hips so your hips face forward. So you're not opening out to the left, but you've turned your hips. It almost feels like you've turned too far to the right to make them very square, perpendicular to the front leg. And then we're going to do a mini roll down. So we're just going to take your head. It doesn't need to go any further down than your hips. But if you can't go that far, doesn't matter. And hold it there. Try and have both legs straight, both feet flat. Elbows widen, and then let's roll up. And your ribs will have come down there, and you want to keep them down. But let the crown of your head lift really high. And we're going to twist one way, keeping everything hips down as it was. Take a breath there, and then twist round the other way. Okay, let's turn back again. If you know you're someone who lifts your shoulders up a lot, just keep reminding yourself to put them down. So your hands up overhead may cue your shoulders to lift. Okay, we're going to step back with your left foot. So you're in a longer lunge now, your left heel off the floor. Hips still stay facing forward. Bend your right knee, and your right knee should track over your right foot. If you have any issue with this knee, this hip, or this foot, then that knee may not be tracking over the foot, so just keep an eye on it. It's important that it does. The hip doesn't stay in line, but the knee definitely does. Take both arms up in the air, and reach up to the ceiling, but drop your ribs down. So your reach will be slightly forward, and push your back heel back behind you. You can go longer if you want. We're thinking warrior one, so if you're kind of yogi, you can take that foot even further back, but it doesn't matter the length of the lunge. But we're pushing that heel back and we're driving into the front foot. Okay, let's straighten your right leg and then bend it again. Push into the heel. You want to start to feel that glute wake up. So all this outer hip muscle and the glute max will be on with this a lot of pressure in that foot. Okay, arms are going to come down to your side, and we're going to turn to the left and bring your left heel down to the floor. So I'm facing the wrong way now, didn't work that out very well. Anyway, we're going to I'll stay in this position. So now your legs, we're in warrior two, your feet are perpendicular to each other. You're still driving into your right foot and your knee is tracking over your foot. We're going to straighten out your right leg, bring both arms right up to the ceiling. Take a big breath and then go back into warrior one, palms up, reaching your fingertips away from each other. Push your thumbs back behind you so you've got that width in your chest. Let's lift up again, reaching up. And then back into that lunge position, bending your right knee. Both arms are going to come up now, and we're going to turn back over your right knee and swivel your left heel up again. Pushing your left heel back behind you. We're going to try and straighten your right leg. Don't worry if it doesn't actually go straight. We're going to bring your arms down, bring your chest down, and we're going to try and bring our hands down towards the floor. So we're rolling forward. Bend your knee as soon as you need to. Bring your fingertips to the floor and push your left heel back, really bending your right knee. We're going to bring your left knee down to the floor, which is going to increase the stretch in the front of your left thigh. You can go longer in the lunge if you want to. So now we're going to walk forward so our right knee is on the floor. So it's going to take up a huge amount of space. So we walk forward, right knee on the floor, left leg out behind you. Shoulders down away from your ears. Try and arrange it so your right knee is underneath your right hip. Stretch your left leg out behind you. And now we're going to bend our elbows down towards the floor and lift them up. So I'll come back so you can actually see. We're going to bend our elbows down and up, trying to keep them parallel. You can put your left foot on the floor if you want to, or keep it lifted. So we're going into a tricep push-up. You need your shoulders to stay down away from your ears, and you need to spread your palms out on the floor and use your hands. If your hands are spread out, use your shoulders more and better. Good, try and keep breathing here. You're not holding your breath. And if you want to make this more difficult, you take your hands further away and bring your elbows down further away. Okay, we're going to bring our elbows down to the floor and keep them there. Lift your left leg if you put it down, push the heel away, and now lift your left hip up towards the ceiling. And then turn it back so your hip bones are back in line. So left hip comes down. You're swiveling on your right hip, that stays still. You lift up. You lower. So I'm going to show you a front on view. So you can see, if you can't work out what's happening, that left hip's lifting higher than the right and then coming down again. Lifting up, coming down. You should feel this in your left bum cheek and in your right outer hip. Keep breathing. Push your elbows into the floor so your rib cage is supported. Let's do one more. The more you push the heel away, the more the glute will work. Okay, let's bring that left hip down. Put your left foot down on the floor, come up onto your hands, and let's come back and just walk your hands back towards your feet. So you're in a crouch, left foot behind your right, and then put your hands behind your head, or hold on to something if you need it. Open your elbows wide. We're going to come straight up from here. So best position would be to have the right foot flat. So you put the foot down in front of you, and then you lean into it, all your weight onto your right foot, and then you come up without your back bending. That's what we're kind of after. In general, when we get up and down from the floor, it's all in your glutes and in your legs, and not in your spine. So you right your position, then you come up. Okay, let's go back to feet parallel. And then step your right foot back behind you, so in a short stride. Hands behind your head, fingers interlaced. Arrange your right heel so it feels like it's two turned out. Your right foot feels like it's turned in. And ribs are down. And elbows press back behind you. Chin is tucked, crown of your head lifted. Both legs straight. Okay, we're going to start to curl down. Keeping everything as it is. Curling down till your head is about level with your pelvis. You keep your elbows pressing back behind you. And now let's roll back up again. And you keep your ribs down. So they came down, now they're going to stay down, but the crown of your head is lifted. So you're as tall as you can be without that translating into a hoik of your rib cage. Okay, let's twist one way. Try and keep your right hip pressing forward. Take a breath. Turn the other way. Okay, let's turn back, facing forward. We're going to take a step back with your right foot, so the heel's off the floor. You can go longer in the lunge if you want to. You bend your left knee. That knee needs to go over the foot, so it's actually blocking the foot from view, though your left hip will actually go slightly out to the left. Okay, arms up to the ceiling. Push your right heel back behind you. Drop your ribs down, so you're reaching slightly further, slightly forward. Let's straighten your left knee and then bend it. Let's go again. And then bend. Doesn't need to bend far, but it does need to bend in line. And then bring your arms down to the sides. We're going to turn to the right, bring your right heel down towards the floor so your feet are now perpendicular to each other. Reach your hands away from each other and bend your left knee. Let's go a little bit longer. So we're in warrior two. Take a breath in, breathe out, reach up towards the ceiling, straightening your left knee, and then bend, reaching your hands away, palms facing up towards the ceiling. Do that again, reaching up, and then coming down. Let's do it one more time. There's always more talking on the first side. Up, and then down. Hold it here. Okay, we're going to turn back over your left leg. Arms reaching up. Swivel your right heel up. Push your heel back behind you. Okay, we're going to straighten out your left leg. Drop your arms, drop your head. Try and roll down over the straight left leg. When you need to, you bend your left knee and bring your fingertips towards the floor. Keep pressing that right heel back behind you so it will give length to your low back. We're going to bring your right knee down to the floor, drop your hips low. Feel the stretch in the front of your left thigh. Okay, then we're going to walk forward. So we bring your left knee to the floor and right leg goes out behind you. Shoulders down away from your ears. Right heel pushes hard away. Hip bones at the same height. We're looking for a vertical left thigh. And then bring your elbows down towards the floor and lift up. Keep your arms parallel. Keep your palms spread out. It will be more difficult because it uses way more of your back and shoulders, which is better than using all your arm muscles. So just like your core and lower pelvis muscles power your legs, core muscles power your arms as well. And you want your ribs lifted away from the floor. So you're always trying to think of ribs down, even in an all fours position, or all threes this is. Let's bring your elbows down towards the floor. Shoulders draw down your spine. Let's push your right heel away and then lift your right hip bone up and then lower it down. Lift up and lower. And again. So keep going. It's nice and slow. You want to go to the maximum lift of your right side of your pelvis and then lower down so you know your hip bones are in line. Lift up and lower. Okay, let's do one more. Lifting right up. Lower down, stretch that right foot away and put the toes on the floor. Come up onto your hands. Walk your hands back towards your feet. So your left knee lifts up. We're in a crouch. You want to arrange it so your left foot is flat on the floor. Hands behind your head, just to keep them away. Chin tucked, lean in so you put loads of weight onto your left foot and then no back change as you lift up. Good, let's step that right foot in, bring your feet to hip width and parallel. Take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, lift your hands away from your bottom, drop your ribs down and reach your hands away from your shoulders. So you've got a lift arms away and a reach hands away. And then tuck your chin in, back, the back of your head back behind you. And we're going to twist one way, hips down, staying as they were. Take a big breath here, and then twist the other way. Okay, let's bring your hands back in line, your shoulders back in line, interlace your fingers the other way. Reach your hands down, reach your arms up. Tuck your chin in, back the back of your head up, keep your ribs down. Breathe here, keeping your fingers shooting towards the floor so your shoulders don't lift and lower. Let's turn one way. Let's turn the other way. And let's turn back again. Drop your hands, drop your head, and then go into a roll down, keeping your legs straight. So hang over your legs. Heels need to have lots of pressure in the floor. Inside edge of the outside edge of your feet have equal pressure. Your spine is dropped. Your neck is relaxed, so your head is dropped. And you want to equalize your weight on both feet. Okay, bend your knees so your fingertips get to the floor and walk your hands away from your feet until you're in a downward dog. You may need to walk your feet back rather than your hands forward to get to a downward dog. Bend your knees in the downward dog. So you're probably in downward dog so you can't see, but when I straighten my legs, it slightly curls my low back, tucks my tailbone under. When I bend my knees, I can shoot my sit bones up towards the ceiling and get length through the spine. So unless you're super, super flexible in the hips, your knees will be a bit bent in downward dog. Pressing your chest towards your thighs, pressing your heels towards the floor. You want to get a straight line from your hands to your hips is in theory. Okay, let's bend and straighten each leg alternately. So we're doing a little heel walk. Pressing down, lifting up. You can see your feet in this position and you want your feet to stay parallel. So your heels seem to push out wide. Remember, we're looking for parallel outside edges of our feet, not inside edge. Good, breathe here, shooting your sit bones up towards the ceiling. We'll do a couple more walks. And then both heels press towards the floor, bend both knees and softly bring each of them down towards the mat. You can use your mat, chair, floor, whatever. You can use your towels always to cushion your knees if you want to. Try not to make it too bulky though, because it changes things when your knees have a lift. So now we're kneeling, but you need your toes tucked under. If that's really painful, then you keep them tucked under for as long as you can bear it. Just because this position has a lot more going on in your feet than this position, which is why we don't like it, why you might not like it. Keep your heels tucked in towards each other. And we're going to do another stretch for our neck and upper back here. So all of these head ramping exercises they're all counteractive to upper cross syndrome. It's called, when people have very rounded shoulders in and then a head that's forward. It's very common in our computery and non-manual labory lifestyle that we now have. So this one is a really handy stretch if you're a desk worker. Palms turn up towards the ceiling, elbows are into your sides. You want to get long through the spine first, forgetting about your neck. So shoulders down, nice and long. Drop your shoulders away from your ears, and then open your hands out, keeping your elbows in. So you're rotating your lower forearms out, and then reach your hands away from each other. So wherever they got to turned out there, you're going straight out from that position. So you're widening out. You keep that feeling of tightness in your shoulders. And then here you do head ramping. Head ramping needs a chin tucked. So you tuck your chin in towards your chest. So you're kind of thinking that you could hold an apple to your chest with your chin, and then you push the back of your head back behind you. So you're trying to get nice and long through your back again, through your neck. Okay, and then you can just relax that, and most people will spring into kind of this position. And then we'll do it 2 more times. So elbows in, palms go out. Reach your hands away. Tuck your chin in, back your head back behind you. Breathe here. And then relax. Let's do it 1 more time. Open out, reach your hands away, tuck your chin in, lift. That won't necessarily feel like you're straining any muscle, but it will be difficult to hold. So you are straining muscle, they're just not ones that we tune into, or you might actually really feel it in your neck and upper back. Okay, and then let's relax your arms down, tuck your feet under, just to give them a break. So toes are having a little bit of a rest. And then arms are going to come out in front of you. And we're going to take our arms over to one side. And then reach your hands as far back as you can. So they're both traveling as far as you can over to that side. And look at your hand going behind you. Keep your knees down on the floor. Take a big breath here. And then come forward. And then we're going to reach over to the other side. So you go as far as you can. Your whole body goes back and your arms go back. So I kind of think you're imagine you're stuck in a wind tunnel, and as soon as your arms are over to the side, the wind tunnel switches on and you're, but you've got to keep your knees down. Okay, let's come back. Let's do this 1 more time with our toes tucked under. It's more effective. You're going to feel the difference. So your toes tuck under, you're sitting on your heels, arms go over to one side, whoosh them away. Your whole back is being pushed back behind you. Knees stay down. Look at that hand. Really reach back, keep your knees down so you feel that stretch. And then come up, and let's go over to the other side, reaching right back. Look at the hand. Knees are down. Okay, and then let's come up. Hands out in front of you in all fours. Toes still tucked if you can bear any more. Shoulders down away from your ears, and lift your rib cage away from the floor. So you go from this position, but rather than correcting your pelvis, you correct at the ribs. So you bring your bottom rib down towards your pelvis, and you are lifting your rib cage up towards the ceiling. Okay, we'll start with the right leg. I've got more space for the right leg. Right leg goes out behind you with the toe on the floor. Reach it away. We're going to take the toe over to the left, cross it as far as you can behind your left leg, but keep your hips where they are. You just imagine there's a little pencil lead on your toe here. You're drawing a big part of the circle with that toe. Now, take that foot back to where it was. Keep that circle as large as you can and start to take the leg as far as you can out to the right. Doesn't matter where it stops at your maximum position. And then let's go back again. Make that circle really, really big without your hips moving. Cross your leg behind your left and then bend your right knee. So now your knees are crossed. You can flatten your left foot here or keep your toes tucked under. Lift your tailbone up to the ceiling and we're going to push your hips back and bring them forward. Keep both knees on the floor. So you're pushing back and coming forward. Let's do one more. Actually, let's do another. It feels good. Okay, let's come forward. Straighten out your right leg. Draw that arc with the right toe, taking it over to the right. Remember, it's as far away from you as it can go. When your foot comes in line with your left knee, plant your right foot on the floor, toes pointing forward. And then walk your hands back to your left knee, and we're coming up into a side kneeling position. Arms go up in the air. Shoulders and hips are in line. So you might need to bring that right hip forward. We're going to side bend over your right leg. So it feels a bit rubbish, like you just, and you stop. And reach. Right leg is straight. Push the back of the knee back. Okay, let's come up. And now we're going to swivel your left foot over towards the right. So the knee stayed where it was. I'm just doing that little swivel. And now we're going to sit down on the floor behind our whole body. Try and keep your right leg straight. So we're going to sit. You can see, I'm sensing that people are thinking, no, I don't like this one. We're now going to get up and down again from that position. Use your hands if you need to push off the floor. Try and keep your legs as they are. Ooh, let's see if right, made it. All the way up. Take a breath, breathe out as you go down. Keep breathing out. You're breathing out the whole way down. Then take a breath in, start to breathe out and come up, breathing out the whole time. You might find it easier, but you also might find it more difficult. You're going to use way more core muscle. You're going to use only core muscle, whereas when you're holding your breath, you don't. We're going to end up on the floor. So breathing out to sit down. And we're sitting. You can sit on the towel if you want to. So left foot bent in. Right hand's going to come on the inside of your right leg. Reach your left arm up and side bend over your right leg. Okay, let's come up. Arms can go out to the side or you're using your hands on the floor. We're going to lift your right leg and lower it. Lift and lower. So I'm trying to stay upright as I do that. I can see I'm not completely staying upright. Do whatever you can do. You can also put your hands on the floor. Hold your right leg up, bend the knee, and bring the foot in underneath your left leg. Then we're going to turn to the left, put your right hand on the outside of your left leg, straight, pushing down towards the floor, and your left arm is going to go right back behind you, and we go into a twist. So push against your left thigh to get more of a twist, open that left arm right behind you, turn your left palm up to the ceiling and push back with the thumb. Try and sit tall here. Okay, let's turn back. We're going to put both hands in front of us and flip over into all fours, untangling your legs. So we're back in the all fours position, toes tucked under. Okay, shoulders are going to draw down your back and we're going to lift our rib cage away from the floor. Thighs are vertical. Slide your left leg back behind you, toes on the floor. Get it as far away from you as it can go without your hips moving back. We're going to draw a circle. So the pencil lead is on the end of your left toe now. And you take your left leg as far behind your right as you can. Try not to change too much in your upper body. Go to maximum. And then we're going to draw that circle or part of the circle the other way. So you go as far as you can with your left leg going over to the left. Keep your right thigh vertical and try not to move your hips. Okay, we're coming back again. Remember, this circle is as large as you can get it to go. So you're really reaching that leg away. We're taking that leg back to cross over your left, no, your right, and then bend the knee so your knee comes in onto the floor and your thighs hug each other. Tailbone is lifted. We're going to push your hips back and come forward. Just keep your knees down. Toes can be tucked under or not tucked under if that's too difficult. Pilates is very space consuming, or at least my versions are. It's going to be difficult to go back to only being on a mat. Okay, let's push back and come forward and then stretch your left leg out again. And we're going to draw that arc, taking our toe over to the left, as far away from you as you can. And when the foot is in line with the knee, plant the foot on the floor, walk your hands in towards your knee and come up to, call it a gate pose, why I call it that. Arms up towards the ceiling, shoulders and hips in line. Reach up, side bend over your left leg. Try and keep it straight, foot flat. Both of those things will make more of a stretch here in the inner thigh. Try not to twist towards the leg. You'll get more distance towards it, but it's just not as real, it's a twist. Really reach. Okay, let's come up. We're going to swivel your right lower leg in. We're going to sit on the floor. We're trying not to crash. Bit of a crash there. Try and keep your left leg straight. Take a breath in. Breathe out. Reach forward, lift up. Breathe in, breathe out for the whole movement going down. Start the exhale and then come up, keeping exhaling. So you'll be tempted to hold your breath. It's easier, but you're just using a Valsalva maneuver rather than your muscles. Okay, we're going to sit down, keeping those short for obvious reasons. Some people find that very difficult. Left hand on the inside of your left leg. Right arm is going to reach over. Breathe here, reaching. Okay, and then let's take both arms up, or we're using our hand on the floor. We're going to lift and lower your left leg. You're trying to keep upright here. Keep that left leg straight. Okay, let's hold it up, bend it in, We're going to put it underneath your right knee and then turn to the right. Left arm straight, pushing your right thigh so that you get extra twist. Right arm's going to go behind you. Shoulders are down, sit bones are pushed right into the floor. Crown of your head is lifted. Take your right palm up and push your thumb back behind you. Okay, let's turn back. We're going to take both legs out in front of us, straight legs, and just drop your head, drop your body over your legs. If you can get hold of your feet, you can pull your chest in, but keep your legs long on the mat, on the floor. Okay, let's sit up. We're going to widen your feet. Take your right hand behind you, put it on the floor, bend your left knee. You might decide to do the other side because this is going to take up quite a bit of room. Left arm's going to reach up to the ceiling. So your left foot needs to push through the floor here. You use it. It matters about that foot. So whole foot pushes down on the floor. We're going to take a breath in. I'm going to show you the whole thing first. You breathe out for the whole move to lift. Bring your right leg in, post it behind your left, and swivel into all fours. If you can keep your knees off the floor, then do. Take a breath in here, breathe out, swivel back, left foot flat, right leg out, sit down. So to break that up, you can carry on doing that whole thing, or if you want to do it in pieces, you're lifting and lowering. Then you lift and you do little swings using your left foot, right hand. And then that goes into the flip into all fours. You need to breathe out for the movement. We're staying on one side. We're going to go to the other side in a minute. Try and keep your knees off the floor. One more, we're going to end up in all fours with your knees hovering. Take your feet wide, knees wide, hands wide, tailbone's going to be lifted, ribs are pushed up towards the ceiling. We're coming forward and back. Knees on or off the floor here, so you can have your knees down or your knees are hovering. You need to be breathing. You need to feel okay. So you just bring your knees down if you don't. Okay, we're going to flip over using our left hand on the floor and left leg. I need to find some space. I might even actually turn around. So we breathe out and we swivel around the other way, sit down. You can always just turn around and start in the sitting position, right foot flat. Shoulder needs to stay down away from your ears. You can go into the whole flip, or you can lift and lower and swing. Breathe out to move. Sitting on the ground is the last bit. Okay, we'll do a few more of these. Don't worry, I won't do these for the rest of the class. I know there's always things that are probably less popular than the other things. Okay, try not to let that shoulder come up. Okay, let's do 2 or 3 more. let's end up sitting. Okay, good. Let's lie out on our side. Put your head in your hand. That's over. Knees bent, hips in line with your shoulders, hand on your top hip. You can modify this though if you think, oh, this is horribly uncomfortable. You can just lie out over your bottom arm. You can use your hand on the floor in front of you. I just like to try to vary how our head is. Top leg is going to lift, and now we're going to swivel at this hip. So we're going to bring our knee down while our foot goes up and just touch the floor in front of you with that knee. Try and keep your hips still. They'll move a bit, but just keep them still-ish. Lift up, swivel the other way. Toe taps behind your foot on your leg on the floor, knee up. So we're going to dive knee down, foot up, foot down, knee up. Keep that bottom leg attached to the floor. We're going to swap. We're going to do foot in front, knee behind. Try and get the other bit lifted. It doesn't matter actually about touching the floor. You can move the bottom leg if it's bothering you, or you can just pretend it doesn't need to actually touch the floor. But you want your leg to externally rotate, internally rotate the hip. Get the other side of the lower limb high. So knee high when the foot's low, knee low, foot high. One more each way. And we're going to end up with the foot in front of us on the floor. Hold onto that bottom foot, so bring it in, stretch the bottom leg away, stretch it so much that it's off the floor. It should be slightly in front of you, not behind. And we're going to lift it and lower it. If this is really awkward, you can just put the top knee down on the floor and you lift and lower the bottom leg. Quite awkward for me on this side. So lifting and lowering, inner thigh lifting. So the foot shouldn't be doing anything. The ankle's not doing anything. You're lifting from here. Lift as high as you can. Let's hold this last one. High, high, high. And then bring it down. Bring your knees together, bent. You can use something under your head for this next one if you want to. We're going to lie side with our hands in front of us, arms straight. Or you can bend to your bottom arm underneath you and just have your top arm straight. So you don't need the towel. Reach your top hand far away from you. It will bring your top shoulder a bit forward. Try and keep your hips stuck, your legs stuck together into the floor. And now you've got a lead on the end of your pointer finger. You're going to keep it attached to the floor and you're going to draw as large a circle as you can and as far away from you as you can. They both go together. Large and far away. Keep the pencil lead on the floor. Take your arm as far as you can behind you. Don't let your legs shift until it doesn't go any further. But you've still got the lead on the floor. And then come back through again. Keep that circle really, really big. Try and make it bigger than the last time you went over there. So you're drawing a new arc further away. Let's do that again. Really stretch it far away. And then bring it through again, forward. And now let's go again, really, really far away. Last one, we're going to take it right over to the other side of you and hold it there. You'll feel this in your pecs, in your armpit area. Okay, lift your knees up. We're going to roll over onto your back. Keep your arms wide along the floor, palms up towards the ceiling. Heels together, knees together. Heels close up towards you. And ribs down. Then roll your knees one way and then the other. So your hips roll. Keep your knees attached together, keep your feet attached together. So as your knees go over to one side, the opposite foot lifts off the floor. Breathe, exhale, roll through the other way. Your shoulders stay attached to the floor. As much rib as you can stays attached to the floor. So your knees don't reach the floor. You can make this more by taking your legs up to tabletop. Just make sure your knees stay attached because they'll slip. So try and keep the upper knee pushed up so that you get a really big lift of the hip away from the floor. Ribs need to stay down. So if your legs are in the air and you're thinking, oh, it's quite hard to keep my shoulders down, it's best to keep your feet down and make this about your core rather than about wedging your arms to the floor and everything bracing. Try and keep things feeling as easy as possible when you're on your back or in all fours. And the easier they feel, the more core you'll be using. It's definitely one of those ones that the better it looks on the outside, the more likely that it's not happening on the inside. The outside of your body will look after itself if the intrinsic muscles are firing well. Well, not necessarily, but they definitely need your intrinsic muscles to work well first. Okay, let's finish this off. We'll go over to one side. And then knees come to center. Put one foot down and then the other. Take your feet to hip width, knees to hip width. Drop your ribs down, chin is tucked in. Let's take our left leg up into tabletop. Right arm up to the ceiling. Left arm's going to stay out along the floor. Take a breath, and as you breathe out, bring your right hand to touch your left knee. Your left knee comes in as well towards it. And then you're still breathing out, and they're going to stretch out. So let's breathe in. Actually, no, let's breathe in to touch coming in. Breathe out. Stretch out. Again, this should feel really like a non-exercise. Try and make your exhales last much longer than your inhales. So the extension bit, this stretchy out bit, is longer than this bit, the touchy knee bit. Okay, as we're going, just think of your right foot on the floor. Make sure it's planted on the floor and your knee is directly above it. So you could push down into that right foot. And the next time your knee and hand are touching across your body, hold them there. Push into your right foot, hover your pelvis off the floor, lift up higher if you want to. Doesn't matter so much, but make sure that your hips are lifted. Try and keep legs in line with your body, holding it here. Breath in, breathe out, extend. Breathe in and bend. Keep that right foot driving through the floor, knee directly above it. If you want to make this harder, you can take your left hand, cross it across to your opposite shoulder so you haven't got anything to stabilize. Toes of your right foot are not lifted from the floor and they're not gripping the floor. Keep it slow. Use way more muscles when things are slow. Okay, next time your knee is bent, hand and knee are touching, hold it there. If you cross your left arm over, take it out along the floor again and roll your spine down. We're going to take your right hand, put it behind your head. You can start with your left knee bent. We're going to straighten it. If you want to go straight and straighten it, you can. Take a breath in, breathe out, and reach up, and you're trying to bring your right shoulder to your left knee, but not your left knee towards it. Coming down. Breathing out to lift and curl across. So in advance to this would be to have a straight left leg, to have your arm out from behind, your hand out from behind your right leg, and you're going to reach across past your left leg, I mean your right arm, not behind your head. Breathing in, breathing out, reach right past your left hip. Okay, let's just do a couple more, trying to get as far as you can across there. Try not to use this arm on the floor too much. Oh, better get on. Let's make this one the last one. Okay, let's bring that down. Left foot down, right leg up to tabletop, left hand on your right knee, right arm out along the floor. Settle your ribs down, chin tucked, breathe in. Exhale, stretch out. Breathe in. Make the exhale last, make the extension last. Lighten your left foot in the floor to make this more difficult. The less you're using that left foot, the more your abs have to stabilize your pelvis, and you'll feel it. Abs and obliques. Okay, let's do one more after this one. Then we'll do it in bridge. And on your knee. Left foot pushing down into the floor, lift up higher if you want. Try and keep equal across your upper back. Breathe in, breathe out, extend. Breathe in, bend. Right arm can touch your left shoulder. Keep everything as it was. Check your left toes, just lightly down on the floor, or firmly down on the floor, but not gripping, not pulling the floor in towards you. Try and keep your legs hip width apart. Keep pushing into your left foot, so you're thinking of always you're lifting your pelvis. You can actually start to lift in other ways by lightening that left foot, and you just make the core all rigid, but make it about that left foot pushing through the floor so you feel it in your right left buttock, left hamstring. Let's make this one the last one. Okay, coming in, lower down, left hand behind your head, right arm out long, right leg in tabletop. Breathe in, breathe out, curl across, breathe in, lower, breathe out, breathe in, straight right leg, straight left arm, reach past the thigh. Again, lighten your left foot on the floor, lighten your right arm on the floor, so you're not use them less. Got to be exhaling as you come up. Let's make that one the last one. Okay, rolling down, bring your foot down, bring your feet towards your hips, put the soles of your feet together and drop your knees out. You can take your arms out wide again, or you can put your hands on your inner thighs. And we'll just take a few breaths here. Dropping your knees down towards the floor. Dropping your bottom rib towards the floor. And breathe into your low back, into your sides, and into your pelvis. Okay, one more breath. Bring your knees in. We're going to roll over onto your other side. You can just roll to face the other way. We're going to be on your hand. Oh, time has just flown by. Knees bent, hips stacked. Okay. And we're lifting the top leg. And we're going to bring knee down, foot up. Foot down, knee up. Hand on your hip, kind of thinking, is still. I can imagine that you might finish this in a little more than 4 minutes. So sorry if you've got something to get to. Now we have things to get to. We always had work, of course. Okay, let's do foot forward, knee back. So I don't know about you, but I can really feel a difference in my hips here, like how much swivel you get. And it's not necessarily that you want loads of swivel. You do pretty much want equal swivel each leg, and you also want equal internal and external swivel on each leg. And I definitely don't. Okay, let's start with our foot in front of us. Foot down, hold on to the ankle, stretch the bottom leg out, really reach it out, and lift and lower from your inner thigh. Remember, you can always have this knee down on the floor. You could also put it on the towel. That works quite well, having the knee propped. Stretch that leg away, lift it. Your bottom leg, it's obviously being blocked by your top leg, but it's in front of you rather than behind you. So it's just slightly in front. Reach, lift. Okay, hold this one. Really, really lift that bottom leg up. Okay, and then bend your knees. We're going to lie down. You can use your towel. We're going to draw circles with your top finger. So you're going to reach your finger far, far away. And then keep your finger stuck to the floor and take it as far away from you as you can. Everything else can move, but the finger can't come off the floor. Breathe out as you move to bring it back again. And again. Keep your knees stuck together and stuck to the floor. Okay, last one. Keep that finger far, far away. Let's hold it at its furthermost position behind you. Reach it away from you, stuck to the floor. Okay, and then let's bring it back and push off the floor, and we'll come to a kneeling position. I think a lot of kneeling, shoulders and feet, I thought today. So toes tucked under, up in kneeling, give your shoulders a roll. And then hands down in front of you. Take your hands over to one side. I'll show you straight on. I'm just going to walk my hands over one way. And then cat stretch, chin tucks in, tailbone tucks. And then flatten your back out. Shoulders slide down your back. Let's do that again. Cat stretch, lift up. You're going to feel more of a stretch the side your hands are not. And then flatten your back out. Hands over to the other side. Cat, really tuck your tailbone under, tuck your chin. And then flatten out, slide your shoulders down. Again, tailbone tucks, ribs lift, chin tucks, And then flatten your back out. Walk your hands towards your feet. Hands on your hips and lift your knees off. Oh, she says, there we go, lift them off. So we're in a crouch. So you bring your back up, and then we're going to push through both feet, and coming up from here does not involve your spine. And then step your feet to hip width. Good, give your shoulders a roll. Let your shoulders drop down, shoulder blades in your back pocket. Equalize your weight on both feet and reach down the seam on one side of your legs. Not that these have got seams there. You reach down. Take a big breath, and then the other hand reaches down your thigh. Take a big breath in there, and then let's come up. Final stretch, reach up. Take a big breath in, try and touch the ceiling, and then exhale as you drop over your legs, knees bend. Roll up, reach up, big breath in, and then drop over your legs. Well done. Hope you have a fabulous weekend, long weekend, excitingly.